Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I gave you exercise 10.2 as homework. You can ask your doubts.
So fourth one.
Fourth question,
So fourth and fifth.
fourth and fifth. All right. So basically, in all the equation of question number 1 to 8, different information will be given. Based on that, we will select a suitable form. Yesterday we discussed like 4 to 5 forms. Let us see which one will be used in these questions. Fourth question. We have to find the equation of line which, let me write the equation. Equation of line which passes through 2 comma 2 root 3 and inclined with x axis. That means inclined means inclination is given, okay, because inclination is with x axis only and the angle is 75 degree. So how to write equation? Y minus y1, slope will be tan 75 degree into x minus x1. So point slope form will be used because point is given and inclination means slope is given. Now value of tan 75 degree, all of you must know how to find this value. You can write 45 plus 30 and use formula of tan a plus b, which is tan a plus tan b. I think I asked you to learn this value. So this will come out to be 1 plus 1 by root 3 into 1 minus 1 into 1 by root 3. Overall this value will be root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus 1. And when you rationalize it, okay, when you rationalize it from here to here, we rationalize, and I'm not writing all these steps, you do yourself. Rationalize. I get this value as 2 plus root 3. So I can put this value here. If you want, you can leave it here, or if you want, you can further solve it like y minus 2 root 3. Multiply this whole thing with x. And now you multiply minus 2 also with this number. So this will come out minus 2, minus 4, minus 2 root 3. This gets cancelled. If you want, you can write it in the general form. 2 plus root 3x minus y minus 4 equals 0. It's 4. This is the final answer. Now that you have studied trigonometry, you should know how to find all these values. There was this one table also that I asked you to learn. I think this value will be there also. Now the next question, fifth one. We have to find the equation of line which is intersecting x-axis at a distance of 3 units to the left of origin. Okay. Draw a line such that it intersects x-axis at a distance of 3 units from origin to the left of origin. Okay. And its slope is minus 2. Simple question. Once again, point slope form. Why? Because the slope is given. Slope m is minus 2. And they have given a point with the help of x-intercept y. Because if line is cutting x-axis at a distance of 3 units to the left of origin, that means this point will be minus 3 comma 0. So how to write the equation of line? Equation of line is y minus y1, then slope will be minus 2, and then x minus x1. x1 itself is negative, so this will come out to be y equals minus 2x minus 6. Or you can write, I told you, ultimately they will change in general form. So this is 2x plus y plus 6 equals 0. This was your fifth question. Now till question number 10. Till question.
Question 9.
Question number 9. Vertices of a triangle are given. Find the equation of median. Alright. Draw any triangle such that the vertex P is 2, 1, vertex Q is minus 2, 3, vertex R is 4, 5. Okay. We have to find the equation of median through the vertex R. We all know what is a median. A median is a line segment drawn from the vertex to the opposite side such that it bisects the opposite side. So RM is the median. Therefore, it will bisect the side PQ, or we say that M is the midpoint of PQ. We have to find the equation of this median. So first of all, I will find the coordinates of M, which will be 0, 2. Why? Because M is midpoint of PQ, use midpoint formula. X coordinate will be minus 2 plus 2 upon 0, that means 0. And y coordinate will be 3 plus 1 upon 2, that is 2. Now you have both the coordinates. Therefore, equation of median MR is. Who can tell how you will find the equation of median? Which form?
So 2-point form.
Yes, correct. Good. So 2-point form, because you have these two coordinates, so 2-point form will be used. You can take M as x1, y1 and R as x2, y2. So, or you can take it the other way. You can take R as x1, y1 and M as x2, y2. Okay. Either way, you will get the final answer will be same. Y1. Y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Then x minus x1. So this will be 3 by 4 into x. This is 4y minus 8 equals 3x. This is minus 3x plus 4y minus 8 equal to 0. If you want, you can multiply it with minus 1 also. That depends. This is also okay, no problem. Okay, till question number 15.
Sorry,
11th question. A line perpendicular to the line segment. Okay. There is a line segment. One comma 0 and 2 comma 3. Line segment joining the point 1 comma 0 and 2 comma 3. Okay. Now there is a line which is perpendicular to this line segment. This is some line which is perpendicular to the line segment and it divides the ratio 1 is to n. So this line is basically dividing, let's say this line segment is AB. So this line is dividing this line segment in the ratio 1 is to n. And at the same time it is perpendicular also. It is perpendicular also to this line segment. We have to find the equation of line. Okay. So first thing, we can find slope of AB. AB means line segment. How to find slope? Using 2 points. Y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. This comes out to be 3. So if slope of AB is 3, can you tell me what will be the slope of line? Can anyone tell me?
So minus 1/3.
Yes, good. Because if two lines are perpendicular, the product of their slopes is -1. Now see, we have the slope of the line and we have to find the equation of line. So we need one more condition or one more thing, and that will be the point M. See, if you use section formula now, coordinates of M, because see, A point is given, B is given, this ratio AM is to MB, this is also given 1 is to N. So using, you can find of M, because they have given the ratio 1 is to N, so I can't do anything about it. So this will be, now you know how to use section formula, 1 into 2 plus N into 1 upon 1 plus N. Then y coordinate 1 into 3 plus N into 0 upon 1 plus N. Okay, so these are the coordinates of M. So now we have the coordinates as well as the slope. Okay, we have the coordinates as well as the slope. We have to find the equation of line. Okay, we have to find the equation of line. Just a minute before we write the final answer. Just a minute. I want to check something. Yeah, this will never right. So we have the coordinates of M and we have the slope of line -1/3. Therefore, equation of line will be, use point slope form, y minus y1, slope is -1/3 into x minus x1. Now after this only simplification is left. You can take LCM, cancel anything if it is coming common, like you can write it like this. Here also you will take the LCM, 1 plus n into x. So this is just calculation. Okay, answer is, all these are answers only. Now it depends that they want answer in which form. If you want to simplify, you go on cross multiply. You can cross multiply this 3 to the left hand side. 3 into 1 plus ny minus 9. Then you multiply -1 with these two terms. Because ultimately I want to write it in the general form. So that's what I'm doing. 1 plus n into x plus 3 into 1 plus n y. And let us shift these two to the left hand side. So -11 minus n equals 0. This is the answer. Answer will come in terms of n only. Why? Because in the question itself they have given the ratio 1 is to n. Okay, that is why. So this was question number 11. Till question number 20 in the whole exercise. Any doubt from 1 to 20?
Sir, 12th.
12th question. Find the equation of a line that cuts off equal intercepts and passes through the point. Alright. Let equation of line is, see, the question says that find the equation of line that cuts off equal intercepts on the coordinate axis, plural form, okay, and passes through the point 2, 3. So I have to let a equation, and on the basis of that, and on the basis of using the information given in the question, I'll find the equation. So what is that form that you will let here? I have taught you 5 forms. Based on this question, which form you will be selecting? Who can tell me?
Your screen is not visible.
I don't think it is a problem with other people. Can you see this question number 12? Others?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You check your network. Yes, question number 12.
Okay, sir.
Who can tell me which should be the form? Equation of line that cuts off equal intercepts on the coordinate axis passes through 2, 3. What should be the form that we should select in this question? Who will tell me? Hurry up.
So the inception form,
Which one?
inception form, where there
It's
are two
intercept.
inceptions.
It's intercept. It's intercept. Okay.
One.
Do you remember the form?
So x plus
Y is
a.
equal to mx plus c.
Not this one. Not this one. Not y equals mx plus. Let him complete. Yes. You were saying something.
X upon a plus
Yes.
y upon b is equal to 1.
Yes, correct. So you are supposed to take this form. See why we won't be considering y equals mx plus c, because here he is talking about both the intercepts, both the equal intercepts. While in the form y equals mx plus c, we only talk about y intercept. Okay. So now in the question given that a equals b, why? Because intercepts are equal. So now therefore equation becomes x upon a plus y by a is equal to 1, and this can be simplified to the equation x plus y is equal to a. Also given that the line passes through some point is given. That point is 2, 3. So what we will do now? We discussed this thing in the previous class also. Point will satisfy the equation. Therefore, in place of x and y, I will put 2 and 3. So a comes out to be 5. Therefore, equation of line is, put this value of a again in the equation. Equation of line is x plus y equals 5. This is the answer. Or you can write x plus y minus 5 is equal to 0. If you want to write it in the general form. So y equal to b because intercepts are given equal in the question. That means x intercept and y intercept both are same. Yes, any other question? Any other question from this exercise?
So last one.
Last one, 20th. Okay. By using the concept of equation of line. Okay. See, if we have to prove that 3 points are collinear. In class 10th, we used to use two methods. One method was that found by the. Then also there was this another method, distance formula. We used to show that sum of distances between two pairs, that is AB and BC, if it comes out equal to AC, we discussed in the revision class also, AB plus BC equals AC. Then also we say that points are collinear, but you are not supposed to use any of these methods because they are saying that by using the concept of equation of these 3 points are collinear. So to prove 3, 0, minus 2, minus 2 and 8, 2 are collinear using concept of equation of line. So what I will do, how to do this question, let us find equation of line passing through any of these 2 points. So let us find equation of line passing through, because through 2 points a unique line passes. Okay, so what I am doing, I am taking 2 points out of these 3 given points and I will write the equation of line passing through them. So obviously 2-point form will be used. Therefore equation of line is y minus y1, then we write y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. This comes out to be y equals 2 by 5 x minus 3. This becomes 5y equals 2x minus 6 minus 2x plus 5y plus 6 equal to 0. So we have calculated the equation of line. This is not the question. We have to show that these 3 points are collinear. So what I have done? I have written the equation of line passing through 2 points. That means these 2 points are on the line, this line. Because with the help of them only I am finding its equation. Now let us put 8, 2 on the line. That means I want to check whether this point lies on this line or not. So I will take the LHS of this equation, minus 2 into 8 plus 5 into 2 plus 6, and I see that it is coming 0. Okay, so point is, therefore 8, 2 is on the line, is also on the line. And with this we prove that, all the 3 points are on the same line. This is the concept. This implies 3, 0, 8, minus 2, minus 2 and 8, 2 are on the same line. That means they are collinear. This is the way to solve this question, because they put a constraint here in the question. You cannot prove that the 3 points are collinear by any of the methods. You have to prove that these 3 points are collinear using the concept of equation of line. So first you are supposed to write the equation of line and then show that third point also lies on that line. Hence all the 3 points lie on the same line and hence they are collinear. This is the method. Yes, any other question?
So 19.
19.
So the previous sum before this one, can you just scroll up to? I just want to take a screenshot of that.
This 12th question.
Done. So
Okay, 19th question. 19th question. There is a point R which divides a line segment between the axes in the ratio 1:2. See, suppose there is this line segment and this line segment is between the axes. Okay, divides a line segment between the axes. Between the axes means coordinate axis. This point P, H, K, it divides line segment AB in the ratio 1:2. Here you have to remember one important thing. Whenever a point divides a line segment between the axes, the first number of ratio will start from x-axis. So it is not 1:2 from BP to PA, it is 1:2 from AP to PB. The number 1 will start from the side of x-axis. This is the standard notation. This you should know. Now based on this, I will first find the 2 points A and B, their coordinates. So A can be taken as x1, 0 and B can be taken as 0, y1. So let us use section formula. So H is 2 into x1 plus 1 into 0 upon 2 plus 1. This is section formula, okay? And similarly, we will use section formula for y coordinate. So K is 2 into 0, 2 into 0, 1 into y1, y1 by 3. From here, you will write values of x1 and y1. So what is x1? 3h by 2. What is y1? 3k. Now see, we have to write the equation of line segment, right? Equation of line or line segment, whatever. Because line segment is a part of line. So we have to find the equation of line AB. Or line segment AB, whatever you say. Equation remains same. So what is your point A? x1, 0. x1 is now 3h by 2. So 3h by 2, 0. This is 1 point. What is your point B? 0, y1. That means 0, 3k. So to write the equation of line AB, now you will use 2-point form. Take one as x1, y1, other as x2, y2. Y minus y1. Then y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 then x minus x1. So you'll simplify this and this will be the answer. So this is 6k upon minus 3h into x minus 3h by 2. Okay, now only simplification is remaining. So shift minus 3h to this side, multiply 6k with both the terms, 6kx minus, this is 9hk. So this is 6kx. You shift minus 3hy to the right hand side, plus 3hy minus 9hk equals 0. You can further simplify it by dividing it by 3. So 2kx plus hy equals or minus 3hk. So this answer is okay. But there may be a possibility that answer may be written in some other form also. Like what may be that form? Your answer is correct. It can further be solved like this. You shift 3hk to the right hand side and divide both sides by hk. Divide both sides by hk. So when you divide this term by hk, what happens? Answer is 2x upon h. When you divide this term by hk, answer will be y by k. And when you divide 3hk by hk, you will get 3. This is the answer. So all the answers are correct. Because in objective question, you have the options. So you know that you have to solve till which step. In subjective, all the answers are correct. This answer is also correct. This is also correct. Okay, now after this, let's complete. Sorry,
Please scroll up.
note down quickly. All right. Now see, we already know, but still I am writing it once again. That general form of equation of straight line. General form of equation of a straight line is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. That means whatever type you select, whatever form you take, but ultimately when you put the values in that form, it ultimately changes to the linear equation to variable because there is the general form of straight line. But now I am going to do the reverse process. I'll be given an equation of straight line in the general form, and I will be asked to change it in certain forms. So let us understand that with the help of question. Question will help you understand in a much easy way rather than some theory or anything else. Suppose the question is let equation of a line is 3x minus 4y minus 10 equal to 0 plus 10. Then write this equation. Write this equation in first part slope intercept form. That means changing general form in slope intercept form. Second part or second question, change this equation in intercept form of line. First these two, then there will be one more. We will also learn how to write the equation in normal form. So this is an important question. You will be given an equation of line in the general form and you will be asked to convert it in slope intercept form, or you may be asked to convert it in intercept form, or you may be asked to convert it in normal form. Okay, 3 questions. But first I'm starting with these two, slope intercept form. Can anyone tell me how you will change it in slope intercept form, this given line? Because very basic steps are used here. How to change this line, this equation in slope intercept form? If you remember slope intercept form, you can easily proceed from here.
So you arrange the equation.
Yes, definitely. And how you are going to do it?
So taking the y on the other side.
Yes, fine. So 4y equals 3x plus 10.
Then the coefficient of x will be this slope, and then
But should it be 4y on the right hand side or any other side? 4y? Is
so
that the
sorry.
slope? Yeah.
We should take 4 on the denominator.
Yeah, now it's correct. Good. So given equation is 3x minus 4y plus 10 equals 0. See, what is slope intercept form? Slope intercept form is y equals mx plus c. So we just need to convert this equation in this form. So what we observe, that we have y on the left hand side and everything else on the right hand side. Let's do it. So minus 4y, this is minus 3x minus 10. Very simple. No need to read any theory or anything. Now what will be the next step? I want y only in the left hand side. So naturally I will divide both sides by minus 4. Okay. Divide both sides by minus 4. Next step you will get the answer. Minus 4. Okay. So this will become y. This will become 3 by 4x. And this will become 10 by 4. You can further write it as y equals 3 by 4x plus 5 by 2. Now very easily we have changed this in slope intercept form. So if someone asks that after writing this equation in the slope intercept form, can you tell the slope? So answer is yes, because in slope intercept form the coefficient of x, that is m, is the slope only. So we can see that in our particular question the slope will become 3 by 4. And what about the y-intercept, which is c? If you remember y-intercept c, its value is 5 by 2. So these are the steps by which you change a given equation in slope-intercept form. Put term of y on one side, shift all the other terms to the right hand side, and if there is any coefficient of y, you divide both sides of the equation by that number. It is that simple. Next is intercept form. Intercept form. Now you remember what is intercept form. Intercept form is like writing equation in this form. So one thing is clear, on the right hand side there should be 1. So given line is, so these are just manipulations, okay? They are not any theory or as such. You have this equation, you have to change it in this form. So you have to just rearrange this equation in some way. So given this is the equation of line. Can anyone tell me how you can write this given equation in this form, intercept form? Any one of you?
So you take 10 on the right hand side.
First step is correct, good. So how you will remember? All of you listen. In such type of question where you have to express this in intercept form, first thing is to shift only the constant term to the right hand side. Not any other term, only the constant term. Yes, what will be the next step?
So then divide the whole equation by -10.
Yes. So that means when you will shift constant to the right hand side, after that next step will be to divide both sides of the equation by that constant only, which is present on the right hand side. Or you can say that we shift -10 to the LHS. Both have same meanings. Why we have done this? Because we want to create one. Now we can split this question in two parts. 3x upon -10, and minus here and minus here will make it plus 4y by 10. This is one. And last step you see, I can write this 3x upon -10 like this. See, if we have 3 in the denominator like this, what we do? We shift it with numerator, right? A upon b upon c, a into c by b. Similarly, we have 4y upon 10. So I can rewrite it as 10 by 4. Y upon 10 by 4. Because ultimately, if I use the rule, this 4 will go with y. So I'm following the reverse process. Why I'm doing it? Why I'm doing it like this? Because I want to compare it with the general form. So you can see clearly that the x-intercept of the line, which is a, if you remember, is -10 by 3, and y-intercept is 10 by 4. Simple. Okay. So remember this particular question. Okay, it is solved in NCERT also. All the questions are covered. Not even single question will be left out. Okay, just do NCERT properly. I know many students haven't solved exercise 10.2 because that is obvious from the type of questions you guys are asking, and some of you are like silent. That is not my problem. If you don't want to solve the exercise, and don't come later, sir, I have the exam, what to do? So we have learned how to change a question in these two forms. Now there is
Excuse me,
another.
sir.
Yes.
So the intercept, do we have to leave it that way or can we simplify it?
Yeah, I forward. It is 5 by 2. Okay. 10 by 4
Okay.
can be simplified to 5 by 2. Actually, it will be 2.5 only. Distance will be 2.5. But you should always leave the answer in the simplest form.
Okay, sir.
This question is very important because here you are asked to change it in the normal form. Normal form, that is perpendicular form. If you remember, that used to be x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equals p. So I will tell you what are the steps that you have to follow. Listen very carefully. The first thing that we will do in this particular question, where you are changing the general form in the normal form, the first thing is to shift the constant to the right hand side and make sure that it is positive. Like suppose if there was plus 8 in the beginning, if the equation was 3x root 3x plus y plus 8 is equal to 0, then when you will shift it to the right hand side, it would have become -8. In that situation, the next step will be to multiply both sides of the equation by -1. Okay. If instead of 8, -8 was here, then you will multiply both sides by -8, -1. Reason, we are going to compare it with the normal form, and in normal form in the right hand side, we have this distance, perpendicular distance. So it cannot be negative. That is the reason. So I want to ask a question. From here, can I say that I have changed it in the normal form or not? Who will explain? Can I say that I have changed this question in normal form? Is it comparable to it? If we compare it, what will be the value of cos alpha from here? And what will be the value of
So
and
divide
what will be
2
the
out
value
by
of
2.
sin alpha? Yes, you will divide it by
2.
2. So first of all, you can't compare it like this. You know why? Because if you will compare it exactly like this, then cos alpha will become root 3, which is not possible because highest value of cos is 1. So something is missing here. And that is why it is a good question. So what you will do, I'm telling you, by writing this sentence, you remember it, okay? Divide both sides of the equation by. So for each question, you will remember that you have to divide both sides of the, after doing this, after making the number on the right hand side positive, okay, this constant, you will divide both sides of the equation by under root of sum of square of the coefficients of x and y. I'm not saying root 3 and 1 because root 3 and 1 are present here in this particular question. In some other question, there will be some other numbers. So if we want to generalize it, what we will say? That we will divide both sides by under root of sum of squares of the coefficients of x and y, which are root 3 and 1 here. So what is this value in this particular question? This value is root 4, that is 2. So before you come to the conclusion that it is comparable to this and make a mistake, you will divide both sides by 2 first. So this will become root 3x by 2 plus y by 2 equals 4. And now it is completely comparable to this form because we have to write it in this form. So with x, cos alpha comes. So I can tell you that from here, what is root 3 by 2? It is cos 30 degree. Everybody knows. With y, we have sin alpha. What is sin alpha? 1 by 2. Write sin 30 degree because see, alpha should be same, right? So if I have taken cos 30 degree, I should write sin 30 degree. And this is 4. Now it is perfectly alright. So you can leave answer here or you can leave answer in the form of radians also. Okay. So two steps. First, you shift constant to the right hand side and make sure that it is positive. If it is not, multiply both sides by -1. Then after that, you have the coefficient of x and y.
What's your name?
Sorry. Yes. First thing was that you shift the constant to the right hand side. Okay. And after you make sure that it is positive, you divide both sides of the equation by under root of the sum of squares of coefficient of x and y. Okay, these two steps. And this will help you compare the coefficients of x and y with cos and sine. And remember one thing. Remember one thing, that this angle must be same in both the terms. That if I am taking here cos 30, it should be sine 30 degree only. So in this way, you have to write the values. Overall, these three particular questions, let us have a brief recap. First thing, if you have to write the general form of line in slope intercept form, if you have to write the equation of line in slope intercept form, that means y equals mx plus c. I told you, you take all the terms of x and constant to the right hand side and leave only term of y to the left hand side. So because of that, I wrote minus 4y equals minus 3x minus 10. And lastly, as you can see, in the left hand side, the coefficient of y is 1. So you will divide both sides by the coefficient of y, which is minus 4 in this case. So in this way, you write the slope intercept form. What about the intercept form? In intercept form, you first shift the constant term to the right hand side. After that, you divide the whole equation by that constant only. Then you split the left hand side in two terms. And what I told you after this, if it is 3 in the numerator, it should be actually denominator of denominator. That means it should be in the division of minus 10. Similarly, 4, if it is present here, it should be the denominator of 10. That is 10 by 4. Why we are writing it like this? Because it is intercept form of the line. X by a plus y by b equals 1. From here, this is x-intercept, this is y-intercept. And lastly, for this, we already discussed it 2-3 times. So these are the 3 important questions that you should remember.
So,
Yes.
so for the normal form question, why you said we cannot divide by 2?
Not in all the questions you will divide it by 2. It will depend on this value. This is coming equal to 2. It will not always come equal to 2. That will depend on the coefficients of x and y in the question. It is not a general rule that we divide both sides by 2. We divide by this quantity. And in this particular question, it is coming equal to 2. But it does not mean that we always divide the equation by 2. Okay. That will depend on the values of coefficient of x and y in the question. You will solve the
Okay, sir.
exercise, you will come to know yourself. See, after this, there are 2 articles left. With this chapter will be completed. First is distance of a point from a line. Distance of a point from a line. So, what is the article all about? Suppose there is a line and you know its general equation. Okay. You have the equation of line and you have some point P not lying on the line. So you have 2 things, a line and a point. And the condition is that point is not on the line. You can check yourself. What you will do if you have to see that point is not on the line, you will put the coordinates of point in the line and you will see that it is not satisfying the equation. So from there you can see that point is not on the line. Now what exactly we have to do in this situation? What is the article all about? We have to find the distance of a point from a line. See, whenever they say the distance of a point from a line, they indirectly mean to say that perpendicular distance, because perpendicular distance of a point from a line will be same while other distances will be differing every time, but only this distance will be fixed. Okay, so whenever you will be asked to find the distance of a point from a line, it will be the perpendicular distance. Remember this thing. And for this we have a formula. For this we have a formula that perpendicular distance between the perpendicular distance of a point x1 y1 from the line ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is given by let us denote this quantity by p equals, and the formula is mod of ax1 plus by1 plus c by under root a square plus b square. This is the formula to find the perpendicular distance of a point from a line not lying on it. So if you look at the formula, you need 2 things only. One is equation of line and second one is coordinates of the point. What about the numerator of the formula? Very easy. If you have to remember the numerator of the formula, you will take the expression of the line, that is ax plus by plus c, and in place of x and y you put x1 and y1. So it becomes ax1 plus by1 plus c. Its mod, that is the numerator of the formula, and divided by under root a square plus b square. What are a and b? A and b are the coefficients of x and y from the equation of line. You should have a clear idea what is the meaning of each and every alphabet. Okay, x1 y1 represent the point, coordinates of the point, and ax plus by plus c equal to 0 represents the line. So what you do? You put x1, y1 in place of x and y in the LHS. That is ax plus by plus c. You take its mod. That will be the numerator of the answer, and denominator will be under root of a square plus b square, where a is coefficient of x and b is coefficient of y. In this way, you will get the perpendicular distance of the point from a line. This is the meaning of the question. Okay, based on this, find the distance and tell me what is your answer. Find the distance of the point three comma minus 5 from the line 3x minus 4y minus 26 equals 0. This is the question. Solve it. Yes, solve it quickly and tell me what is the answer.
So 3 by 5.
Yes, 3 by 5. So, what you will do? You can write the answer in single line. P equals mod. See, this is the expression of the line. In this, in place of x, you will put the x coordinate of the point, that is 3. Then minus 4. Then in place of y, you will put minus 5. Then minus 26 is there in the question. And it will be divided by under root of a square plus b square. What is a? Coefficient of x, that is 3. What is b? Coefficient of y, that is minus 4. Okay. Now this answer will be 9 plus 20 minus 26 by under root 25. So this is 29 minus 26, 3. Modulus of 3 is 3, and here it is 5. You write this one more word here, units. Because here there is no standard unit of distance like meter, kilometer, etc. We are working on coordinates. So you will simply write units. Okay. I am taking this question as example. This is question number 18 of exercise 10.3. Important question as well. Let me see if any one of you can solve this question. Question is, if P is length of perpendicular, if P is length of perpendicular from the origin to the line, whose intercepts on the axis are, whose intercepts on the axis are A and B, then prove 1 upon p square equals 1 by a square plus 1 by b square. Solve this. See, yes, another important thing, homework. Now you don't have any math class this week, so I'm giving you homework. In the form of homework, I'm giving you two exercises. One is 10.3 only, that is after 10.2. Apart from that, you have to solve the miscellaneous exercise also, which is there at the end of the chapter. Okay. There are 24 questions in that exercise and like 18 questions in this. Overall 40 questions. Please solve them. Okay. If you will solve these questions, the chapter will be crystal clear. Alright, this 18th question. Let's solve it. Based on this language, can you tell me what is the equation of line on whom the perpendicular has been dropped from origin? E is the length of perpendicular from origin to the line whose intercepts on axis are A and B. Equation of line whose intercepts on axis are A and B. Who will tell? Axis are A and B is given by, what is the equation? Yes, any one of you?
Y is equal to B.
Y equals B. Why? Is it a vertical line or horizontal line?
Uh,
This we have already discussed. What is different about it?
X upon A plus Y upon B equals 1.
Yes, x upon a plus y upon b equal to b. Try to identify the form using the information. Because intercept, they are talking about intercept, they are talking about equation of line, they are talking about line, intercepts are given. Use intercept form. It's not y equal to b, y equal to b is something else, that is horizontal line. Now this equation can be rewritten like this after taking the LCM. So bx plus ay equals ab, or this is bx plus ay minus ab equal to 0. Now if you read the question, it says that P is the length of perpendicular from origin to this line. So that means now distance of this line from 0 0 is P. This is given in the question. So now we will use the formula of perpendicular distance. Therefore P equals mod, and in the under root what you will get? See, this is the expression, okay? So with x you will put 0, for y also you will put 0, this is minus AB, and in the numerator you will write b square plus a square, coefficient of x whole square plus coefficient of y whole square. So this becomes p equals minus of ab mod upon under root b square plus a square. Now we are supposed to prove this result, and we can see that with p we have a square. So what we will do, square both sides. So this will become p square. Now negative and modulus are of no use because we are squaring, so it will change to a square b square, and this is b square plus a square. Next step, as I can see, I have to prove that 1 upon p square is equal to something. So take reciprocal both sides. That will give you the answer. In place of p square, I can write 1 by p square, and here I will write b square plus a square upon a square b square. Last step, you will split the question in two parts, and that will be the answer. So it comes out to be 1 by p square equals 1 by a square plus 1 by b square is the answer. First thing, using intercepts, you have to write the equation of line. Okay, then change it in the general form. And then in the question, it is given that distance of this line from 0 0 is p. So you use formula of perpendicular distance. From there, you will get p equals minus of ab mod upon under root b square plus a square. And the question, you have p square, so you will square both sides. Also, in question, it is 1 upon p square, so naturally you have to take the reciprocal now. When you will do so, you will get the desired result. Now finally, I'll take the last article of this chapter, which is distance between two parallel lines. Distance between two parallel lines. Before I take this article, I just want to confirm, am I audible to everyone? And is the screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so this is the last article. Now again, distance between two parallel lines. See, there may be so many distances, but when they are talking about some formula, so that distance is actually the perpendicular distance between the parallel lines. Okay, so it is like similar to the previous formula, and it deals with distance between two parallel lines. So first of all, we need to write the equation of two parallel lines. Equation of two parallel lines B. Two parallel lines B. Let's say first equation is ax plus by plus c1 is equal to 0, and ax plus by plus c2 is equal to 0. See, observing these two equations, can anyone tell me why they are representing parallel lines? What is the reason? What is so special about these type of equations and why they are coming parallel here? What is the reason? See, if two lines are parallel, what is the relation in their slopes? Can anyone tell me? If two lines are parallel, what is the relation in their slopes?
So they are equal.
M1 is
Slopes are equal.
equal to
M1 is equal to M2. Remember? Though mostly we have used M1 and M2 equals -1, but in this particular concept, that portion will also be covered. That if two lines are parallel, their slopes are equal. Now you know why their slopes are equal. See this equation. To see that their slopes are equal, you change them in slope intercept form. So you will see that after changing its slope intercept form, what do you observe? What is the slope of the first line? Minus a by b, because this is comparable to x. What about the second one? Second line will become y equals minus a by b x minus c2 by b. Here also slope is minus a by b. So when we write the coefficients of x and y in both the lines as same alphabets, that means we want to say that the slopes of both the lines are equal. That means we have a and b as coefficient of x and y in first. We have a and b as coefficient of x and y in first. Sorry, second also. So that means in both the lines the slopes are equal, because when I change them in slope intercept form, slope comes out to be minus a upon b, and that is evident from the first two terms of both the lines. So whenever, let's say I give you an equation 2x plus y plus 3 equals 0. Okay, 2x plus y plus 3 equal to 0, and I ask you to suggest a line parallel to it, then your answer will be 2x plus y plus 5 is equal to 0, or 2x plus y plus 3 1 is equal to 0, or 2x plus y minus 8 is equal to 0. So what will be the relation in parallel lines? Their slopes will be same and they will just differ by constant. Differ by constant means, like in the first line there the constant is c1, in second line the constant is c2. Always remember this. So now that we have learned how to write parallel lines, perpendicular distance between them formula. Perpendicular distance between them is given by P equals modulus of, in the denominator same expression will come as in the previous formula, under root a square plus b square, and here it will be the modulus of difference of the constant term, that is c1 and c2. Simple formula, easy to apply. We will solve just two questions and that will be the end of the chapter. Find the distance between the parallel lines. 3x minus 4y plus 7 is equal to 0. And 3x minus 4y plus 5 is equal to 0. Solve this question quickly and tell me what is the answer. Yes, what is the answer?
Two by five.
Yes, correct. So first line is 3x minus 4y plus 7 equal to 0. Second line, you can see both the lines are parallel. That is evident from the coefficients of x and y. Therefore, P equals, what is the formula? Modulus C1 minus C2 upon under root A square plus B square. Numerator it is 2 and denominator it will be root 25. Root 25 is 5. Right? Units after that. So if you actually draw them on the number lines, on the Cartesian plane, if you draw these lines, okay, and you measure the distance between them by scale, you will get 0.4 or 2 by 5. This is the meaning. But we don't do all these things. Instead, we have developed formulae, and with the help of formulae, we find the distance between the parallel lines. Last question for today. Find the distance between the lines. Three x minus 4y plus 5 equals 0 and 6x minus 8y plus 14 equals 0. This is the last question. So you do one thing. Wait a minute. Do one thing. Instead of 14, you take 15. Okay. Last one. You take 15 here. Okay. Tell me what is the answer.
Zero point 0.3.
3 is the answer. Let me check.
0.3.
0.3. So what exactly you are getting? Or you got 0.3. You may be getting some fraction.
So half.
So
Okay,
half.
let us check. Let us check. See,
Half.
first and most important thing, you need to equate the coefficients. Because see, in the first line you have 3x minus 4y, while in the next one it is 6x minus 8y. You can't use the formula directly. First you have to make coefficients of x and y same in both the equations. So what I can do, I can multiply first equation by 2. Or someone can say that I will divide the second equation by 2. Ultimately, I need the coefficients of x and y same in both the equations. Okay. So it is 3. In the lower equation it is 6. Here it is 4. Here it is 8. So what I am doing? I am multiplying first equation by 2 on both sides. And this is the second equation. Okay. Now we can write the perpendicular distance. What is the
So
formula?
it has to be same because m1 equals m2 like that.
Yeah, so how you will make m1 equals, no, m1 is equal to m2 is okay, but if you consider the formula will be applicable only when both of them are written in this form. Slope is equal, but this formula will be applicable only when you have coefficient of x and y same. That is why I was saying line should be of this appearance, and then you can write the perpendicular distance. Okay. So once you make the coefficient of x and y same, it is in place of c1 it is 10, in place of c2 it is 15, and denominator 6 square plus of minus 8 square. So numerator will be 5 and denominator will be under root of 100, that is 10. So correct answer 1/2 units. Any other answer apart from this is wrong, because you have not considered this, that coefficients must be same, only then you can apply this formula. That's it. Okay, chapter is over. Now next time we'll first discuss your doubts, and after that we will start the chapter sets. So with this I think we'll complete the syllabus for your coming school exams. Okay, then we'll come back to the chapters like PNC, complex number and all, and study them till advanced level. Okay, thank you.